Nicole. Most of you know me. I am the director of the Express Troupe. And for those of you that don't know how Express works, we started with a title, Snow White for President. The very first day, I divided the kids into groups, and I said, show me one scene that you might see in this play. From there, we created what you're about to see. So they came up with different characters, the plot line, helped me write it. I thought since it's a political year, we needed to do something political. And are my folks bringing stuff out?
Yes.
And that's all I know.
And that's all she knows.
That's all I know.
If you've never seen an Express Troupe performance, you're in for a real treat. It is something that they come up with on their own. She gives them a title. She said, all right, our title is Snow White for President, go for it. And they improv and they make up things. She writes the script, and it always turns out terrific. It's a very fun show. It's made for people ages 3 and up. So if you're over 3, you'll enjoy it. The king is there, so I guess we're ready to go.
And Karen, can you come here for a minute and show me how to work this out?
Sure. It's all set for.
So am I using it here or here?
This is how
That's a good thing.
This is not going to be the best one I've recorded.
Nicole.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I hadn't given you a job.
Actors, you ready?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Far Out Fairy Chocolate History Museum. We have over 2,000 artifacts in our collection and are very proud of our extensive artwork. May I remind you that no food or beverage is allowed in the gallery, and please stay off the exhibits. Save your questions for after the tour. We're walking, and we're stopping. If you look to your right, you will see our lovely sculpture, Prince Charming. Notice the lines of his cape are so lifelike. It's almost as if...
Excuse me?
Did I not just say to save your questions for the end?
I was just wondering how long this is going to take.
I beg your pardon.
The tour? How long is it going to take?
The tour takes as long as it takes.
What if we forget our questions when it comes time to ask them?
That's not really a concern.
Can I chew gum?
Excuse me.
Well, you said no food or drink allowed, so can I chew gum?
Well, I don't think...
Is there a cafe in this museum? I could really go for a spinach wrap.
Yes, but I
Ooh,
don't...
what about gift shop? Is there a gift shop? Can you sell Prince Charming keychains?
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome! I want a Prince Charming keychain.
Yes. Well, you let what?
I have to go to the bathroom. Can you please tell me where it is?
Down the hall to the left.
Thank you.
Okay. Have you all gotten that out of your system? Wait. Don't answer that.
Is there going to be a test?
What? No. Now, if you don't mind, we're walking, and we're stopping. If you look to your right, you'll see the actual fur pelt from the big bad wolf.
It doesn't look so big and bad now.
I think that is appalling. It's nothing more than animal cruelty. Those are such misunderstood creatures.
Please, don't touch the exhibits.
Misunderstood? He ate little red riding hood. And Grandpa, too.
Notice the color.
That was actually never proven conclusively.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. Then how could a wolf swallow a human being whole? Answer me that. The nice lady just said we had to wait with the questions.
Thank you. Now, as I was saying...
You know she's right. A wolf's not a snake. They can't simply unhinge their jaw and swallow their prey whole.
Oh great, just what we need on this tour, an animal rights nut.
Hey, that's not cool. Well, I'd rather be an animal rights nut than a history revisionist.
Ladies, please. This is a museum.
Next you're going to tell me that the 3 little pigs acted in cold blood.
Well, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, what does that mean?
I'm not really comfortable with all these questions. The lady clearly stated no questions until
window. Hey, look, a meter maid is giving that car a ticket.
Poor sucker.
That sure is a pretty blue Volkswagen.
Wait, what? Hey, that's my car she's giving a ticket to!
Well, what do you know? Looks like you're the poor sucker.
Hey, lady, stop that! Hey, wait, I'll be down there in a minute!
I don't think she can hear you.
Great, just great.
Ahem! As I was saying, if you look behind you, you will see the museum's prized possession, its masterpiece, the jewel in its crown, the piece de resistance.
Ooh, What is it?
What is it? What is it? Who would like to educate our mindless museum goer?
It's the magic mirror from Snow White's castle.
That's right, my clever little companion, the one and only.
I thought it would be a lot bigger.
I thought it'd be shinier. The eyes are so lifelike. Wasn't it supposed to be made of gold? They follow you no matter wherever you are in the room.
I always thought it was made out of diamonds.
It's so smooth.
Oh, please don't touch the exhibits. Why don't you stand right over here? Now, as I was saying, this very magic mirror helped Little Red Riding Hood win the election of 26. It was a very heated contest, with numerous hot-button issues. I know because I'm an expert in all things historical. This very mirror was responsible for—
What did that lady just say?
Oh, snap!
Did you just see that? You have short-term memory. I'll remind you, she just said, don't touch the exhibits. And what do you do? Do you think the rules don't apply to you? Do you think I want your dirty, grimy fingers all over my beautiful glass?
Excuse me.
Pipe down, pretty. I'm not done with this one yet. It appears to need a little more instruction. And another thing, someone is wearing entirely too much cologne. It's killing my allergies, not to mention my asthma.
Asthma? I didn't know that mirrors could get allergies. Do they even have noses?
Oh, look who's an expert on mirrors all of a sudden.
Sir. I mean, ma'am. I mean, whatever you are. Please do not verbally abuse the museum patrons.
What are you, a museum cop? Don't ask questions, don't eat food, don't abuse the patrons. You sure are a bossy one from someone who doesn't know your head from the hole in the ground.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what is this rubbish about Little Red Riding Hood winning the election of 26?
I'll have you know that I have a PhD in Fairy Chocolate's history, and there's nothing that I don't know about politics.
Well, clearly you need to get your facts straight, because Little Red never won anything. Not even that lawsuit she filed against Whopper for defamation of character.
Woofer?
Whopper!
Wolves are friendly folks.
Really?
Of course they are.
Listen, you hunk of wood. Glass? Whatever. How do you know so much about the election of 26?
Well, like you said during your spiel, I was there every step of the way. In fact, I was the moderator for the great debate so many years ago, so I know exactly how it went down.
You do you?
Yes, I do. Now, if everyone wouldn't mind having a seat while I tell you all about that pivotal election so many years ago.
Oh, wait. This is highly irregular. I don't think museum guests should be sitting on the floor. And while we're at it, exhibits should be seen and not heard.
Here I come to save the day. Magic mirror, be sure to mention how great I was in the election. How all the villagers adored. All those votes, all that money, it certainly was a close price.
Did you win the election of 26?
Well, I was a very big contender.
Prince Charming, a contender? Fat chance. He was more interested in his image than running the village. No, I can assure you, Prince Charming didn't even come close to winning that year.
That's not entirely true. I did have the backing of my dad and the Queen's Coalition. If we had
Sir,
just...
would you please get back to your pedestal? The museum will be closing soon, and it's important that all exhibits are in their rightful place.
Never fear, mon chéri. Do not worry your little head.
Oh my. Well, as long as everyone is back in their rightful place at closing time, I guess we'll be okay.
Great, Charming, you always did have a way with the ladies.
C'est la vie.
Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the infamous election of 26.
I learned in my history class last month that Snow White won that election.
Oh, now settle down, my pint-sized partner.
You can't believe everything you read in history books.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. It was springtime in Fairytropolis, and everyone is getting ready to elect a new president.
I thought we had a monarchy.
Shh! The candidates were making promises and doing their best to woo voters. It surely was anyone's race.
It's a beautiful.
I'm Mary, quite contrary, with WSTORY News. As you can see, I'm in the middle of Town Square, where in just a few days, all of our presidential candidates will square off in a debate that may very well decide this election. Now, walk with me and let's see what the townspeople of Fairytropolis are thinking. I said, walk with me and let's see what the townspeople of Fairytropolis are thinking. Miss Buffett, what are you doing?
Gee, Miss Contrary, I was eating my breakfast of curds and whey.
Well, as you can see, I'm trying to put on a morning news program. So if you don't mind.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I see one of the candidates now. Hurry up, Muffet, you're in the big leagues now. Miss Riding Hood, do you have a moment to talk with WSTORY News?
Excuse me?
I'm Mary, quite contrary, with WSTORY News. How does it feel to be running for president?
Well, I suppose.
Does your grandmother approve this move?
She's supportive of any.
Do you have a comment in response to your critics? Leaders of Wafer? Wolves are friendly folks, really.
Well, I guess I would just have to say that they clearly have never had to face a snarling wolf alone in the woods.
You heard it here first, folks. Riding Hood thinks that the only good wolf is a dead wolf.
Hey, I didn't say that at all. You're twisting my words.
I'm Mary, quite true, with WSTORY News, signing off. Did you get that, Muffet?
Yes, ma'am.
I think we'll leave that on the lunchtime segment.
Excuse me, you can't say those things. They're not true.
Beat it, kids. The truth doesn't sell advertising slots or get ratings.
But you didn't ask me about my platform, or what I stand for, or the fact that I'm actually a nature conservationist and think we need to set aside land for the wolves.
You're wasting your breath, kid. Old Mary doesn't care a thing about the facts. Isn't that right, Mary? Whatever do you mean, Rumpelstiltskin?
You ruined my reputation a long time ago with your lies and inaccuracies.
Oh, please. Everyone knows you tried to steal that baby. Don't try to act all innocent.
Thanks to you, I've been without work for the past 3 years.
Ha! Maybe Little Red can get you a job in her cabinet if she wins the election. Come on, Muffet, let's go. We have to be at the castle by noon to do that interview with Prince Charming.
Sure thing, boss. I really don't like her.
You're not the only one.
So a nature conservationist, huh?
I beg your pardon?
Your platform regarding wolves? Oh, yes. My thought is that we need to create a wolf sanctuary on the outside of town. That way we can be protected from each other.
Interesting.
The wolves were here first, and Fairytropolis has gotten so big, they've run out of the land.
Really?
I don't think wolves are bad. I just think they're misunderstood.
Fascinating.
Well, I better be getting home to see how Grandma is. Ever since the incident, she doesn't like me out for long periods of time.
So, Red, hold on a sec. Who's helping you out with your campaign?
Just Grandma. Why?
I was just thinking, bear with me here, that with your dynamic color choices and my fantastic brains, we could be unstoppable in Fairytropolis politics.
You think so?
I know so. Come on, kid, let's get you ready for that debate. Can you believe that, Snow White? Believe what? Poor Little Red Riding Hood is being taken by that scoundrel.
Rumpelstiltskin? Oh, he's harmless. He just wants to help her with her campaign.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't trust him.
Rapunzel, you don't trust anybody. Do these apples seem okay to you?
That's not true. I trust you.
They smell okay, but you can never be too certain.
In fact, I trust you more than any of these other yahoos running for president.
This apple has a few spots on it. I wonder if that means anything.
You're charming, you're sweet, people like you, you're smart. Well, at any rate, people like you. I think you should run for president.
Do these apples seem scary to you?
Have you been listening to anything that I've been saying?
Huh? I'm telling you, Snow White, I think you should run for president. Me? Run for president? Now why would I want to do anything like that? Because Fairytropolis needs a good candidate, and right now they've got no one. Which apple do you like better? The Granny Smith or the Red Delicious? Are you even listening to me? I think my favorite's the Pink Lady. It's just so crisp and flavorful. With my brains and know-how, you're going to be our next president.
Breaking news, this just in. It appears we have a late candidate to the election. Snow White for president. How does it feel, Snow White, to be running for the highest office in the land?
Wait, what?
Is it true you live with 7 men?
Do you mean the dwarfs?
What, your stepmother tried to kill you?
I'm still trying to figure that one out myself.
How do you think you compare to the other candidates?
I'm not sure I understand.
What about the economy? How do you plan to fix the economy?
What's an economy?
Now, Miss Contrary, you will have to wait until next week's debate to have all of your questions answered. We wouldn't want to tire out our future president, would we?
And who might you be?
I'm Rapunzel A. Nita with the political consulting company Nita Press. I'm also Snow White's campaign manager.
Do you really think Snow White is up to the challenge of leading this land?
Now where are those Macintosh apples? I know I put them here somewhere.
She's ready.
You heard it here first, folks. Join us next week as WSTORY News covers the Fairytropolis debates. With 4 candidates, this could be anybody's race. Did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Contrary, mind if I join you?
Whatever for.
Want to give you an exclusive, a no-holds-barred television interview, Snow White's campaign manager. What else?
Great. Follow me.
Macintosh, the perfect apple. Hey, where'd everybody go?
Welcome to the first, last, and only presidential debate of our great land. Tonight we'll see candidates as we've never seen them before. And here comes our first candidate now, the ever-so-handsome Prince Charming and his lovely wife, Cinderella.
Be sure to film us from the right. We film better from the right.
Good evening, my people. It is so good to see such a lovely crowd tonight.
Prince Charming, are you worried at all that people may not take you seriously?
Doesn't he have great hair? I just love his hair. That's one of the reasons why I married him.
Yes, he does have great hair. But what about all the issues plaguing our community?
Bad hair is an issue we can all get behind.
That's right. I condition my lovely locks at least 3 times a day. Also, I'm thinking about going to 4. How do I look?
Great, sir. It appears that Little Red Riding Hood is coming to the hall. Hurry up! Get over here. She is joined by her campaign manager, Rumpelstiltskin. Tell us, Red, what do you bring to the table tonight?
The carcasses of those who have slaughtered our loved ones.
Oh my.
I promise to destroy those who threaten our way of life. Death to all wolves.
That's interesting. Seems you've had a change of heart since our last interview.
With some tutelage, Red has seen the light. She realizes now that wolves only bring destruction to our community, and there can be no peace as long as they are allowed to live.
That certainly is a strong platform. And here comes Pinocchio, followed by his oh-so-cute conscious Jiminy Cricket. Hi, everybody! Vote for me! That was informative.
Pinocchio promises to be a good little boy and to never tell lies.
What is his current platform?
Fire safety. What else? You can never be too careful when you're made of wood.
Naturally. Finally, our underdog has just entered the arena. With only a week's worth of campaigning behind her, Snow White's star power has thrust her ahead of the pack. Snow White, how do you feel about going into this debate?
Well, I think that
She feels great. Snow White is ready to lead this great land into a new era of prosperity and democracy. She promised.
Why don't you have a seat there with the audience members? It appears that the magic mirror has just come into the hall. Please continue watching WSTORY News for live coverage. We'll be back at the end of the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the debate for the president of Fairy Tropolis between candidates Prince Charming, Little Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio, and Snow White. I am your moderator, Magic Mirror. Prince Charming won the coin toss backstage, so he will be going first. Prince, opening remarks?
I'd like to start off by saying, as Prince of this great land, my hair is quite nice. And I promise, if you elect me as your leader, you too can have great hair.
That's my husband.
Please, no comments from the audience. Thank you, Prince. Red Riding Hood.
I am so honored to be here tonight, and I promise that if you let me be president, everyone will be safe and nothing bad will ever happen to you. I believe that a good defense is a strong offense.
Down with the wolves.
Down with the wolves!
Thank you, Miss Riding Hood. Some lofty aspiration, to be sure. Pinocchio?
Thank you, Magic Mirror, and citizens of Fairy Tropolis. I believe that the biggest issue we face is lack of fire safety. We are just one night away from complete and utter devastation. And I believe that people should have more opportunities. And more land. And more gold. And free ice cream. Free ice cream forever.
Bless you.
Hey, what's wrong with you? No. Remember what I told you about lying?
And now we come to Snow White, our final candidate.
Who am I? Why am I here? I'm not a politician.
Yes, well, you...
Snow White, your note cards. What? Your note cards. Oh, right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Pause and smile at the audience. If you will let me as your leader, I promise to give you the best dictionary possible. I mean, dysentery. Documentary. Dromedary. Democracy! Of course, democracy. If you elect me as your leader, I promise to give you the best democracy ever.
Great. Now that we have that settled, let's get started with our first question. Candidates, what makes you qualified to run Fairy Tropolis? Prince?
Besides my stunning good looks and charming personality.
Don't forget our obscene amount of money. We're really rich.
Yes.
I've got one word for you, Mirror. Dragon! That's right, citizens of Fairy Tropolis. Who saved you from the fire-breathing dragon? With one slash of my sword, I brought the incredible beast to its knees. I am a modern day Galahad.
I knew Galahad. Galahad was a friend of mine. Prince, you are no Sir Galahad.
Right. Red Riding Hood.
Ask yourself, are you safer now than you were 100 years ago? Is it easier to go into the woods without worrying that a creature will eat your grandmother? Is there more or less crimes committed by wolves today than there were 100 years ago? Is Fairy Tropolis as respected throughout the land as it was? I met the enemy, and he is shaggy and walks on 4 feet.
Down with the wolves! Down with the wolves! Down with the wolves!
Down. May I remind the audience to keep their opinions to themselves? Pinocchio, it is your turn to answer the question.
Gosh, Magic Mirror, I've never faced a dragon, or slain a wolf, or eaten a poison apple, but I have been inside the belly of a whale. And I can tell you, that is a very scary place to be. It certainly is. I have learned that lying will get you nowhere, and I promise I will never lie to the good citizens of Fairy Tropolis. Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Bless you! You need
It's growing again. Pinocchio, stop making promises you can't keep.
Interesting. And now we come to Snow White, our last-minute candidate. Snow White, what makes you qualified to run Fairy Tropolis?
I love apples. I don't think there could be anything more perfect than the apple.
Oh, good grief.
Go on.
The apple is hearty, nutritious, and a staple of life. Just like me.
Oh, my.
What a fabulous metaphor, Miss White.
Thank you. Now, when I'm elected as president, I would like to get rid of 3 fruit trees to make room for the apple. The pomegranate tree, the mango tree, and the...
You should have stopped while you were ahead.
Well, stop at 3 trees. I think we should get rid of 5.
The pomegranate tree, the mango tree,
Do you mean the cherry tree?
sure, why not? The cherry tree.
But my sheep love the shade provided by my cherry trees. How am I going to make my cherry pies?
Are you seriously considering getting rid of all cherry trees?
Well, yeah.
No, trust me, she's not.
No, of course not. Let's see. The pomegranate tree, the mango tree, and the... Well, sorry. Oops, I must have forgotten.
Well, I guess it could happen to anyone. Now comes the point in our debate where we turn to the audience for questions. Would anyone care to ask a question of our stellar candidates? Oh my, it appears that just about everyone has a question. Let's get started with Miss Bo Peep.
Yes, I'm Little Bo Peep and I've lost my sheep and can't tell where to find them. What are you people going to do about that?
Leave them alone and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind.
Right. Red Riding Hood.
Well, unfortunately, the wolves have probably already eaten all your sheep. We're just going to need to purchase some new ones. Eaten my sheep, but how is that even possible?
Pinocchio.
Don't worry. When I'm elected president, I'll buy you some new sheep. In fact, I'll buy everyone new sheep. Sheep and chickens. There will be a chicken in every pot and a sheep in every shed. So help me, or my name's not Rumpelstiltskin. Hey, watch it.
We need 14.
Get the little cats. Get the little cats. So nice. No, it keeps getting longer every time we talk. Pinocchio, stop making promises you can't keep. We know when you're lying.
Clearly, every time his lips move.
And Snow White. What do you have to say to Miss Bo Peep?
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
What?
I mean, an apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
What does that have to do with my sheep?
One bad apple spoils the bunch.
Hey, who are you calling an apple?
Okay, moving right along. Does anyone else have a question for our candidates?
If you're elected president, can I quit my job? I've always wanted to become a famous figure skater.
Now I'm not sure that's appropriate.
What do you mean quit your job? You just started working here.
I'm not really feeling it, ma'am. You're kind of bossy.
Bossy? I'll show you bossy.
Would the audience please refrain from interrupting?
Pinocchio is a fake. He's nothing but a wooden puppet. That's not nice. He's a sweet little boy. Ow! I got a splinter.
Mind your own business, Rumpelstiltskin. At least my candidate isn't a warmongering kid wearing a red cape. Are you talking to me? There's no one else wearing a red cape, so you must be talking to me.
That's why Snow White is perfect for this job. She just screams, President. Snow White, now where'd you go?
What's worse about biting into an apple and finding a worm?
I don't know. What?
Biting into an apple and finding half a worm. I think I'm going to faint.
Here I come to save the day.
Everyone remain calm.
Here I come to save the day.
Already said that, you big blowhard.
Who are you calling a blowhard? Ladies, remember where we are.
Come on, dear. We're leaving. This is what happens when you associate with commoners.
Forfeit! Charming's forfeit! Little Red Riding Hood is the winner. Who said?
Well, surely you don't think the wooden puppet won.
Oh, and I suppose you think Cruella de Vil over there is the winner?
Watch it, Jiminy. You know what happens to crickets? They get squished.
Don't you threaten me, Rumpelstiltskin. I'm not scared of you. Come on, Pinocchio, we're out of here. Ha-ha! Vote for me!
Red Riding Hood, leave her alone.
Down with the wolves! Down with the wolves!
Yeah. Come on, Pipsqueak.
Well, I've seen enough.
This is ridiculous.
Rapunzel, what about your candidate?
You can keep her. I'm done with this nonsense.
Well, I guess that's my cue.
Come on, Muffet. Let's give this last shot. Is it rolling?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I being too bossy?
No, ma'am.
Good evening, Fairytropolis. And there you have it, the one and only presidential debate. I would love to have a post-debate interview with our candidates. As you can see, they've left the building.
There's still Snow White.
Very good observation, Miss Bo Peep. Alas, I don't think she's up for any questions. Be sure to vote on Tuesday and tune into this station where we will have all your coverage live. I'm Mary, quite contrary with WSTORY News, signing off. Did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Super. Want to join us for dinner, Peep? Sure thing.
Persimmon tree! That's the third tree I would get rid of. The pomegranate tree, the mango tree, and the persimmon tree. Hey. Hello? Hello? What did I miss? Not again.
Really? That's it. That's the whole story.
But you didn't tell us who actually won the election.
It all seemed a little anticlimactic if you ask me.
Settle down, everyone. And no one asked you.
Did you like how I looked in the story? I looked great, didn't I?
We couldn't really see you. I mean,
I know I looked great.
Are we going to find out who won the election or not? According to my watch, the museum will be closing at any moment.
Oh my goodness, he's right. We really do need to move this tour along. I still have to do some paperwork and set the alarm. I'll tell you who won. Oh, good grief, not another one.
Get back up there, Rumpelstiltskin, where you belong.
I'll do no such thing.
The Little Red Riding Hood won the election? I'm sorry to say it, but no. Rumpelstiltskin helped me run a great race, but I just couldn't win enough votes.
Okay, this has got to stop. What am I supposed to tell the museum director? That all his exhibits decided to get up and walk away?
So it was Pinocchio?
sure. Okay, please. That hunk of wood couldn't win anything.
So it must have been Snow White.
No, actually, it was Gretel.
Gretel?
Yes, Gretel, as a handsome, smart, and savvy sister.
But how is this even possible?
She was a writing candidate. The people of Fairytropolis just weren't pleased with any of their other choices.
We were robbed.
Well, it didn't hurt that she promised everyone free dental insurance. I mean, after the whole witch in the candy house run-in, she became pretty obsessed fighting off periodontal disease.
Thanks to Gretel, I've never had a single cavity. See?
Yes, that's all well and good, but now I need everyone to either get back to their spots or leave the building. Come on, everybody, up. Scoot. Yes. Goodbye. Say goodbye. Thank you for coming, and be sure to come back. Okay, now the rest of you need to get back to your spots. Hey, where's Prince Charming?
Come on, Red, let's see what Fairytropolis looks like after all these years. I wonder if my grandmother's cottage is still standing.
Where are you going? You can't leave.
Oh, don't worry, we'll be back by opening tomorrow.
What do you mean, will? Are you leaving too?
Certainly, my poor mirror is looking rather tarnished. I need to get it polished.
This is all highly irregular.
Oh, come on, kid, level it all. I'll tell you all about the infamous Goldilocks trial.
You mean the trial of the century?
The one and only.
Are they gone? Oh, I thought they'd never leave. You didn't believe all that, did you? You know I'm not as dumb as they think I am. You'd have to be crazy to want to be president. That's just too much pressure. Politics is the art of looking for trouble, finding it whether it exists or not, diagnosing it incorrectly, and applying the wrong remedy. No, thank you. I have got better things to do. How do you like them apples?
I'm 12 years old and I go to Highland Arts
Elementary.
My name is Kevin. I'm 16 and homeschooled.
I'm Riley. I go to Zaharis and I'm 10 years old. I'm Elena. I go to Zaharis and I'm 10 years old. I'm Ariana. I'm 10 and I go to Maria Montessori.
I'm Alexis. I'm 14 and I go to Hickley High School. I'm Adriana. I'm 13 and I go to Mesa Crop.
I'm Alexis. I'm 12 and I go to Fremont Junior High.
I'm going to be 11 in 7 days.
I'm Asher. I am 12 years old and I go to Dapson Montessori.
I'm Emma. I'm 11 years old and I go to Montessori Education Center.
I'm Alexia. I'm 10 and I go to Santana Learning Center.
And this is our stage manager. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
I'm Kendra. I'm 17 and I go to Mesa High School.
And before we clap, I really just want to give a shout out to all the parents and guardians and whatnot that took all these kids to various places this semester. Without you guys, we could not have done this. So thank you, parents.